if we look to the answer as to why for so many years we achieved so much, prospered as no other people on earth, it was because here in this land, we unleashed the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam.
Hello, I'm Major General Robert Hipwell, and I'm honored and privileged to be the National Commander of the United States Volunteers of America. Who are the United States Volunteers of America? We are a nationwide organization that provides final military honors in uniform for our fallen heroes at no cost to their family and loved ones.
When we go to the final honors, to render the honors that are due by a veteran who has served honorably, it's not unusual for us to be the only uniformed presence there. And I will tell you, having presented countless flags and led many hundreds of services as a chaplain, that when we're the only ones there, the family doesn't know the difference, and we don't want them to know the difference. We want them to know that the military cares enough about the service of their loved one that they sent somebody, and we're often that somebody.
People are always asking me why I'm doing the funerals and do what I do with the veterans. And I tell them, I said, well, you know, I'm there to honor my fellow veterans, my brothers and sisters that I served with. Once you serve in the military, you have that bond. It's an honor.
I remember being at the Marina Air Show and seeing this wonderful group of guys recruiting, trying to find members, and I signed up immediately that day. And then the 20th of November, I was sworn in. I've enjoyed every moment I've been out there. I've been there when we had a funeral casket come in on the back of a fire truck to a homeless veteran. And the only person that was there for him was the hearse driver who received his flag.
I got into United States Volunteers through a friend of mine that I actually had served in the military with. He called me up and said, hey, there's this organization, we do final honors for veterans. We need people. I was kind of surprised. I thought the active Army and the Reserve, the Guard folks kind of took care of that. Didn't realize there was an organization that actually provided such a service and that there was a need for it. I felt I'm continuing giving back, after serving. It was kind of nice putting the uniform back in and helping where I could. After doing my first funeral, which was at Golden Gate National Cemetery, you got, it was, it gave you a good feeling seeing the families and the how much they appreciated us being there, and that's kind of what I've seen throughout these honors that we've provided for these families, is how they feel seeing us there and us honoring and providing that service for the loved one.
And there are times that the military is too busy to really send somebody when they want it. The reason that I got into it is my dad passed away in '98. The funeral home at that time had contacted the military, and I don't know who they contacted. And they were told that they weren't available. And so I tried calling the Marine Corps base nearby because he was a Marine. And they didn't have anybody available. And I think part of it was they were busy at the time, but to me that was no excuse because of what the law says.
Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. We are Americans.